Hi and welcome to our lesson on adding 100 using a flipchart. Here is a flipchart. We'll begin with 8 in the ones column and 2 in the tens column. So we start with the number 28. We will look at what happens when we keep adding 100. When we add 100, we add 1 to the hundreds column. So the 0 becomes a 1 and we have 128. If we add another 100, this means that we again add 1 to the hundreds column. So the 1 becomes 2, and we now have 228. If we add another 100, we have 328. If we add another 100, we have 428. 528, 628, 728, 828, 928. If we add another 100, this means that we add 1 to the 9 in the hundreds column, and it becomes 10. We now have a 1 in the thousands column and a 0 in the hundreds column. This time we will start with 3 in the ones column and 5 in the tens column. So we start with the number 53. If we add 100, we add 1 to the hundreds column, and we have 153. If we add another 100, we have 253, 353, 453, 553, 653, 753, 853, 953. And if we add 100 again, the 9 becomes a 10. So we have 1 in the thousands column and 0 in the hundreds column. What is 100 more than 841? To add 100, we add 1 to the hundreds column, which means we add 1 to 8. 8 plus 1 equals 9. So the answer is 941. What is 100 more than 106? We add 1 to the hundreds column. So the 100 becomes 200. The answer is 206. What is 100 more than 1548? To add 100, we just need to look at the hundreds column. 5 plus 1 equals 6. So we have 1648. What is 100 more than 5270? To add 100, we look at the hundreds column. 2 plus 1 equals 3. So 100 more than 5270 is 5370. What is 100 more than 970? We add 1 to the hundreds column. 9 plus 1 equals 10. So the answer is 1070. What is 100 more than 3951? To add 100, we add 1 to the hundreds column. 9 plus 1 equals 10. Because we have 10, we add 1 to the thousands column and have a 0 in the hundreds column. Or, to make it easier, to add 1 to the hundreds column, we can think of this as 39, add 1 makes 40. So the answer is 4051. Here are some questions for you to try. Add 100 to each of the following numbers. Pause the video and have a go. Question 1. 444 plus 100. To do this, we add 1 to the hundreds column. 4 plus 1 equals 5. So the answer is 544. Question 2. 809 plus 100. We add 1 to the hundreds column. so the 8 becomes a 9. The answer is 909. Question 3. 7,216 plus 100. Again, we add 1 to the hundreds column. So the 2 becomes a 3, and the answer is 7,316. Question 4. 981 plus 100. If we add 1 to the hundreds column, the 9 becomes a 10. The answer is 1081. Thank you for watching. For further practice, more questions are available on our website.